Collective, I hope all is well with you. I haven't done a collective in a minute, so I thought, yeah, let's just do one. This could resonate whatever sign you are. I hope the weekend is treating you nice. Everything is good with you, collective. Thank you so very much for your love and your support that you give to me. Please only take the messages that resonate. This tends to be a longer reading. I don't know how long we're going to go for. When Spirit tells me to stop, I shall stop. This could resonate, again, whatever sign you are. Leave what does not resonate for someone else. Someone else may pick it up. Let's get into this. Spirit, please tell me about the collective. What do the collective peoples need to know at this time? Messages for the collective. We're just going to get cards and see what we have. We have the Two of Cups in the reverse. The Judgment. The Lovers, interesting combination. Clarify the Two of Cups in the reverse. We have the Hierophant in the reverse and the High Priestess in the reverse. Interesting. Interesting. The Six of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. Some of you could be Pisceans. I just heard Pisces. I did just record for Pisces, which I'm going to be uploading before I upload this reading. High Priestess is here. That's Pisces energy. We've got Taurian energy as well. Could be a Taurus here. You could be this Taurus, you could be dealing with one, you could be a Scorpio or a Gemini as well. It's referring to a relationship where you felt that you had met your person. There was definitely an energy here of you maybe feeling like, you know, you've met the one. You could have felt like you landed on your feet when you met a specific person that you could have been dealing with. You may have definitely felt like you met a soulmate, or, you know, that it was very spiritually divine. For those of you who believe in spiritual union, you may have definitely have had a vibe in you, or a feeling that you may have met your person. This is who I'm supposed to be with. This is who I'm supposed to spend the rest of my life with. And there's some sort of judgment call and realization that that may have not been the case. Some of you could be dealing with some sort of false twin flame or a false soulmate, and you're waking up to this. I see that somebody's waking up to something that they may have felt was very different in the past than what they see now. Like, I see someone having a shift in their perspective over who they were partnered up with, what they regard this relationship as. For a lot of you, you could be marking this up as a lesson that maybe you had to learn, and you have now learned that. Some of you may also feel like if you did have options in love at one point, that you have gone in a direction that you may have felt was an error or wrong. And a lot of you only woke up to that, or are only waking up to that now, like after the fact. Justice. For some of you, you could be deciding as to whether to separate from someone or divorce someone who you feel like is wrong for you. I just get an energy of you really feeling like you have connected with the wrong person. There's a real energy of someone really feeling like, what have I done? I really thought that this was going to be so different. What's interesting Two of Pentacles. What's interesting about this, like I just said, some of you could feel like you had two options or two avenues, or, you know, whether this is you or someone else. Flip it if you need to. This might not be you that I'm describing, so take that into consideration. But some of you could feel like you may have ended something in the past with a person that you should have given more time to, because you really felt like you've met your person. There's someone here that somebody is thinking about from their past, where they had an opportunity to work with someone, collaborate with someone here, and they chose not to. But what they chose instead was not sent by the divine, if you like. It wasn't something that they feel they should have gone for. There could be someone here, it could be an Aries that maybe you rejected in the past. This person could have been offering you marriage, children. And there was an offer that wasn't accepted. But in the place of that offer, like, there was something else. Someone may feel like they've betrayed themselves in a way by rejecting someone. I feel like there's an offer that somebody didn't accept in the past that looks very, very favorable now, but it's like after the fact, it's hindsight. It may not still be an option. Like, this might not be something that someone can go back to or come back from, because they made a choice already. Like, this is like, you decided what you decided. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. If you did reject someone in the past, yeah, Nine of Pentacles. This person is single. You could be becoming single. And you may be wondering at this time, collective, if there's a chance for you to, you know, check how someone's doing, you know, what's been going on with you type of conversation. Or this could be somebody who wants to come in on this tip to you. What's been going on? Are you single? What's been happening? And there could be some sort of conversation that is had to kind of get a feel for, you know, is this something that we can vibe to? Is this something that we could maybe revive? But I feel like somebody's becoming newly single after going in another direction and realizing it wasn't your soulmate. You know, it wasn't the twin flame. It wasn't a spiritually led union. There's definitely a person that's becoming single. And they're really setting their sights on wondering about a choice, that another option, like someone who they could have chosen in the past. Death card, yeah. There's an ending to a relationship that somebody regards as a mistake, or something that they feel like just turned out to be something that was not anything that they expected. They may have put in a lot of time and energy into this. This could be an earth sign here, a Scorpio. There's a realization for someone that something needs to end because they've been putting energy and time into something that is not beneficial for their future. And they may have invested a lot here. This might even be you that's realizing you've invested a lot and it's with the wrong person. The Four of Wands in the reverse. There's definitely a disconnect. King of Pentacles. Someone is definitely looking at another person as they would be the right choice now. Is this you? You could be an earth sign. The Wheel of Fortune tells me yes. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. There was someone who didn't invest in you. Now it's looking like this is you. Take it as it resonates. Flip it where you need to flip it, you know how it goes. But you could be this earth sign for a lot of you. You could definitely be experiencing a big change where it comes to your circumstances at the moment. Some of you, work is going amazing. You could be getting a lot of opportunities come in for you. You could have experienced a shift more recently to your stability. You could have moved. Some of you have really been putting in work to build yourself, create something here that is very stable, and you're being very, very successful in doing that. That is some sort of justice for some sort of work that you put in the past to yourself, to, whatever endeavors that you've had going on. It's kind of like giving the energy of, if a circumstance didn't turn out the way that it did, you wouldn't have been as far along as what you are today. That's when you kind of really identify your growth. Like, it's just coming to me now. Being in a situation where you really can sit and say, if I hadn't have gone through that back there, no way would I have been in such a stable position today, doing what I'm doing, with whoever I'm with, whatever I'm doing, with the mindset that I have. Someone is really coming to the realization here that rejection made me, that disconnect was the making of this business, this enterprise for some of you. It's like someone is really looking at a situation from a very healed perspective. I feel like you have healed a lot immensely. You should be very proud of yourself. And that is some sort of justice for maybe a rejection in the past. You may have felt like you missed out on a union. And I feel like someone really regards you as someone who they should have chosen. And say what you're going to say in the comments. I can hear it already, but that's what this is giving. But it's kind of bittersweet, because for you, I feel like this was kind of the catalyst for the opportunities that you have now, the work stability that you could have now, the financial freedom for some of you that you have now, the position in life, the status that you have now would not have been attained had you have been connected to a specific person. And I feel like there's two people here who may have gone on completely different journeys, tangents I'm hearing, in two different directions, where someone has really realized that maybe they've stepped wrong. And they're learning that. They may have put energy and time into the wrong thing here. And there's someone else, which could be you. You could be an Aries. You could be an earth sign. You could be a Libra. For some of you, you could be a Gemini. And for a lot of you, you're realizing that someone's rejection or someone's lack of with you, someone not choosing this, choosing to marry you, choosing to partner up with you, commit to you, partner up with you in business, may have just been, the catalyst. And you look back on a situation and you really realize that you would not have been as far along had you maybe have been, you've been not rejected, maybe you would have been chosen, but you would have been in a completely different space. And I feel like somebody's very, very insightful where it comes to that view. I feel like somebody's looking at things in a very healed way. And there's a lot of growth that you've had because of this. Why? There's a memory, a thought, a reoccurring thing that someone keeps playing in their heads. They can't get over this conversation. For some of you, it's a conversation that you had with a person, or something that you did or said in the past that somebody hasn't let go of. This person replays this very often in their mind, and this could be somebody who is seeing that you were right about something, or what you said was something that they should have taken more serious than what they did in the past. I feel like you've got someone here who definitely wants to spark up a conversation with you. There's an energy also here of maybe you've grown, and if this person is able to locate you or find you in any way, shape or form that is, they feel like you're not going to be the same person. This person could view you as somebody who's elevated. You know, your pay bracket could be different. You could talk different. You could walk different. There's something very different about you. And someone's possibly very worried that if they come in towards you, that they're not going to relate to you in the same way, because so much has changed for you. And maybe this is like a person who feels like they haven't changed as much, or whatever circumstance or relationship that they found themselves in, it's like they feel like maybe they've gone backwards, or they regressed, or there's something here about them feeling like maybe they're not as far along, or the walk of life that you've been on has been very beneficial for you, and they just don't see themselves in the same position. Like, they just don't, for whatever reason. And this could be, you know, due to who they were partnered up with. Maybe they feel like, you know, they were putting a lot of effort into something that just hasn't ended up in there being a lot of growth or stability there. Therefore, it is coming to an end. You've got someone here who is going through an ending. For some of you, this could be that somebody married someone and now they're getting a divorce. This is looking like a divorcee, whether this is a masculine or a feminine. The King of Swords is here. I feel like you're going to hear about someone separating from someone and them attempting to come in and test the waters with you. But a lot has changed for you. A lot has changed in your world. You're not the same person. You may not even want to manifest the same things. It's like talking to someone that you knew back in the day, and of course people change over time. Your music taste has changed. What you like to wear has changed. Maybe you used to like Nikes, now you rock the New Balances, you know. Maybe you used to listen to rap music every day, and now, you know, you mix it up a little bit. You got the jazz on, you got the lo-fi sometimes, you know, you got the classical. You've changed. Like, there's some sort of evolution that could have happened for you, and someone feels it, someone knows it, and it's just by the way that they view you. And I feel like this could be somebody who views you as doing very well. If there's a way that they can see you online, this person definitely does keep tabs. This person, if you do have a business, this person may follow your business pages, or there's something here that somebody knows that you are doing or getting into that has by default changed you as a person. Certain occurrences in life, certain jobs, certain, you know, experiences that we have, it's by default that we do step into the energy of making those changes. And it's felt and it's seen, and someone really worries about how they're going to come across to you, resonating with you. Someone's really worried about not resonating with you because they know that they don't anymore. But there's some part of them that we're really digging into this person's energy. There's some part of them, collective, to some degree, that really hopes that there's a part of you still in there that they still resonate with from the past. The collective hasn't evolved so far, have they, from where I could once relate to them. From that place where this person could have been open to me and I had the choice to actually connect with them and, you know, be a part of this person's life, i.e. you. This person couldn't have changed that much, but you look like you have. You look like you have. Yeah. This could be somebody who has some sort of restriction on their finances, and this could be down to responsibility, family, things that they got to pay off, responsibility. This could be bills. Somebody is not as free where it comes to their money now. If this person's had children, obviously they've got to take care of those children, whoever this is. I feel like there was once a time when things were more simple, and things have become a lot more intertwined and complicated for someone. Hence the reason why they could be very stuck or feel very stuck as to how to branch off or to move forward from something that they were involved with here. With the Ace of Pentacles, I do feel like someone's looking for something new. I keep getting this. You've changed so much. The Chariot card and the Temperance. You've changed so much. Some of you have also got closer to God. Like, you could be more spiritual. Some of you could attend church. I'm really getting you could attend church or a place of worship. Whether it's not a church, it is a church, whatever it is. Some of you speak to God. There's something here about that. You speak to God. Things have changed. I just keep getting, things have changed for you. Seven of Swords in the reverse. It's very hard to kind of get to you now. And I feel like this is a frequency thing. This is not like, could be location wise, but I just feel like frequency. You and someone don't really speak the same language anymore. Page of Pentacles. Page of Wands. You could go way back with this person. This could even be someone who you was partnered up with as a friend. Doesn't have to be romantic. There could have also been a situation where maybe you were friends, close friends with someone. Someone got into a marriage or relationship and you heard from them less and less. You went your separate way. You transformed. You made your choice to go where you went. And someone wants to see if there's a chance that they can revive some sort of past relationship with you, how it used to be. Someone really wants to go back to the past, and I feel like so much has changed. It's not even possible. It's not even possible here. I feel like you've met a lot of success on your journey of moving forward. You've possibly had multiple new beginnings. I don't know how long this has been. For some of you, you could be in a new relationship coming up here even that you don't even see. And I just feel like somebody is a little bit delusional in terms of just feeling like they can come in and expect or really want to so badly because they want it, still resonate with a version of you that just may not be there. I feel like someone's going to realize that it just can't be. That just can't be. And that's what's going to lead to a person really reflecting on life, the value that certain relationships hold in their life, especially if this was somebody who you was very much resonating with in the past. And I feel like there's been a shift. You're on a higher frequency than someone here. Definitely. Eight of Swords, the Death card, yeah. Someone is stuck on, this is from a different deck and that's what I picked up. Someone is stuck on something that you said, an ending that transpired. This could have been a last conversation when you decided to separate. This is kind of giving like see you around, and you just don't see or hear from someone for 5 years, and now it's like they're really thinking about that last conversation. Some of you, this is a Gemini, Libra. They're still stuck. This Eight of Swords is following us. Stuck on a decision that they made. It's repeating the same energy. Someone really wishes they can choose different now, and you just can't do that. You can't do that. Chose different. Wheel of Fortune. They wish they could go back, guys. They wish they could go back. Goodness me, this is a heavy energy. The Moon. This person has a lot of fear about where they're going. For some of you, you could, you've outdone the odds. That's what I'm seeing here. Eight of Pentacles. A lot of you have worked really hard amidst some sort of adversity. You could have had a lot of people around you that may have doubted you. There was opinions behind the scenes that maybe you felt, but it was never vocalized to you. Or you're not going to be anything, or you're not going to make it, or it's kind of like looking at a person and feeling like they don't have it in them to succeed. They're not going to be a star. You know, this is somebody could have marked you down as being a plain Jane. What I mean by that is a saying where someone could have felt like you were boring, or you don't have enough pizzazz about you or drive to kind of break out of a mold or do anything more than what maybe they saw you as. This could have been someone who only saw you as a pretty face. You know that saying, I'm not just a pretty face. And Six of Wands is here. There's success. You may have really felt like you needed to prove something to yourself, because support could have been lacking around you where it came to, you know, doubters, people not supporting you. And this definitely could have been one of the people who may have passed you up because they saw you as somebody not going as far as what you have. And you're beating the odds in a way. High Priestess in the reverse. Four of Swords. Somebody could also, if you believe in things like telepathy, astral travel, things like that, somebody could also be trying to reach you energetically. The Empress in the reverse, and there's some sort of energy that can't be had between the two of you because there's someone who hasn't stepped up a notch, if you like. There's someone who's on a different frequency to you. You don't resonate. It keeps saying the same thing. You're not resonating with a past way that somebody remembers you to be. And I feel like this person isn't really around you. They possibly don't really know much about you anymore. You could be a fire sign here for this. Some of you could also be reaching a body goal that you want to achieve. You may have doubted if you could do this. This could be losing weight, gaining weight, getting ripped, toning up. You're blooming. You're going to see some results here. King of Pentacles, yeah. Some sort of success to do with your money. You may be receiving good news about a job or some financial news here. I feel like there's an energy here, and it's really sad. Knight of Pentacles is here, and the Fool. It's kind of sad because It's looking like you had people who may have doubted you, collective, and it's just turning out to be that people are really wishing that they hadn't doubted you. And it's sad because you've got people kind of feeling sad and emotional because they doubted you. And these are like demons that these people are kind of battling with, you know. Why did I think like that about the collective? Why did I see them as somebody who, you know, wouldn't make it or wouldn't make something of themselves? Like, you may have definitely have expressed the fact that you wanted to kind of start something, or you wanted to get recognized for something. This could be like stardom, fame. This could be performing. This could be, you know, being a singer, an actor, a rapper, whatever it is that you do. Have a platform, talk about something, be a speaker, be the best counselor that you can be. Something here that you had a dream, and a lot of people may not have fed into that dream or poured into you to be the best version of you, to have that dream. You very much could have had to have relied on your own validation, your own support as a system to get you to where it is that you are today. And I feel like there's something that's paying off for you big time with the King of Pentacles. And I feel like you've got people around you who are kind of really ripping their self apart, really dissecting their own demons. And the reason why they're doing that is because, like, why did I doubt this person? You've got people kind of like questioning themselves. Why did I have this person pegged down as, oh, this is just a pretty face that can't do anything else? This is just someone who looks aesthetically pleasing, and that's all it is. Like, whether you're a man or woman, this is all that they will attain in their life. Like, people really felt like they knew your life. They knew what God was cooking for you, and that's absolutely not the case. You've got a lot of people questioning that now. Maybe their intuition isn't as great as what, you know, they thought that it was, with the High Priestess in the reverse, and people are really thinking about that now with the Four of Swords. Yeah, a lot of people are kind of don't know how to feel about something that they're seeing about your character. And these could be some of the people that have known you for a long time. You may have a lot of people around you that, you know, question themselves where it comes to how they view you, judgments that they could have had on you. Nine of Cups. And the great thing about this is that you've possibly reached a point where you're so happy with yourself. And this is the type of happiness that people can't really touch or tamper with. It hits different where you've had to really dig deep to have that validation come from yourself, for you and for your own success. You should be very, very proud of yourself, collective. You should. Because I feel like a lot of you at one point was working with only self-validation alone, when a lot of people may not have seen you as being any bigger than what you could have been at that time, whatever that was for you. There's a certain level of contentment and happiness with the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Cups that people are not going to be able to tamper with, because they didn't get you there. This could be just support, telling you you're doing a good job, you know, being in your corner. You've got something new going on online, follow you, like your stuff, like your content, purchase a little thing if you're a designer, if you're a creator, you know, just to show a bit of support. These little things would have gone a long way to, you know, if everybody does that around you, that's a lot of support. And these are things that people could be considering now. Oh, I didn't buy their product, or they told me that they wanted to open up a fashion brand, and, you know, I didn't even go on their website or look. I didn't share it on if I've got social media. You know, I didn't go and tell them that their stuff. There's an energy here of you not being paid any mind, because people had already pegged you down as somebody who was either a lost cause or someone who they needed to give up on or pass up, which is very sad. And there's a beating of the odds. There could have also have been an energy here of someone really feeling like you wasn't going to be that successful as what you are. This could have been like an energy of someone maybe feeling like you was codependent or reliant on other people, and you are showing through some sort of self-validation, some sort of confidence, some sort of embodiment of contentment for you, drive that you have, confidence. The Queen of Wands is an entrepreneur. The Queen of Wands is very driven and focused. The Queen of Wands goes and gets it. And through that energy that people are seeing you in, it's really making a spectacle of people who could have had doubt, but it might not be outward. This is very psychological. This is really under the surface with the moon. For those of you with businesses, I see a lot of success where it comes to sales, recognition. Someone is really moving into the energy of not even needing the support from who was around them anymore. And that's very bittersweet, because I feel like you've got people around you who are very sad that they didn't show up. They didn't uphold integrity where it came to you with the Four of Wands in the reverse. There's an energy here of you really having to fight against rejections, being turned down. I feel like you're moving into a position here with the Six of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Devil card in the reverse, where you're going to be in a position where now you can do the turning down. And I would always say, you know, keep your feet on the ground. Keep your feet on the ground. Nine of Swords, and people worry about this position of power that you're obtaining. I'll always say keep your feet on the ground. Just because people have rejected you in the past doesn't mean you have to be an a-hole to other people. And that's what sets you aside from the rest. And I feel like to some degree, because you are not like a lot of people who may have rejected you or had you pegged down as being, you know, you could have had a lot of doubters, people who didn't see you as being as successful, because you're stepping into the energy of having a lot of grace and still being able to maybe crap on other people and not doing that. That's what sets you apart, and that's what's going to set you apart, and that's what you need to realize and remember. Humble gets you a very long way. You may be in a position now where you can turn people down, and this is going to be polite. You don't have to say yes to people who may have rejected you. Absolutely not. You could have an earth sign that's coming in who now wants to reciprocate with you. If they were toxic to you in the past, tried to control you in the past, or felt that they could because of the character that they may have perceived you to be before, that is now someone who feels like they need to respect you, respect your hustle, respect your drive. Because it's now it's balanced. Now it's equal. You can choose to give, you can choose not to. And I just feel the need to say to you, if you have experienced a glow up, if you've experienced some sort of acceleration, if you've experienced, you know, you've done well, you've achieved something here, you've overcome. Finances could be looking amazing. You could be living a different type of experience. A lot could have changed in your world. You know, do remember, you know, to keep your feet on the ground and show gratitude. And I could be talking to somebody who already does that. And that's why these people are so emotionally all over the place where it comes to you. Because I feel like there's an energy of you being very nice. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, I work hard. Yeah, I put in the work. But I haven't forgotten my integrity with the Temperance. You could be a Sagittarius. That's amazing. That energy there is amazing. Yeah, I've worked my way up. I've got all of these plaques to show for it. Like you may have obtained awards and things like that. This could be like TV awards, whatever. You could have stuff displayed in your house that you've achieved. Certificates. This could be degrees, you know, you've framed your certificates, pictures, things like that. You may have met a lot of good people, you know, successful people in your career. And yeah, I've got all of these accolades. Yeah, I've worked my way up. Yeah, I've got this degree and I got a master's and I got this and now I got this job and now I'm a CEO, or now I can do this. Now I can, you know, freely book holidays when I want, a break and whatever. But it doesn't change the fact that I maintain my integrity and I remember where I come from. I remember where, you know, I need to show gratitude, and that's to the divine. That's with keeping your feet on the ground. That's with the gratitude that you have for what you have. That sets you apart from, there's people here who get success and they don't do that. It goes to their head and all of that. And this is just not the case here. This is a really beautiful energy. Justice. Death card in the reverse. You're going to have people wanting to come back and revive relationships with you. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. See what I mean? We've got the Six of Pentacles here. Give or take. Give and take. Give or take. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. And a lot of these people you're going to be rejecting. I feel like somebody here with the King of Swords, you're in the driving seat. You are really kind of, you know, driving where you want to drive, bringing your life in the direction that you want to bring it. And I feel like you're going to have a lot of people hurt by this. I feel like the justice is that you're going to get to reject someone that may have had the opportunity to give to you in the past, that you wanted to give to in the past, and maintaining your integrity. Maintaining, yeah, I've got a lot of plaques on the wall. I've got accolades. I can, I shoulder rub. I can call out some names of great people that I've met in the business or whatever it is that you do. Because I see someone who is very special, somebody who is at the top of their game right now. Yeah, I've got all of this. I've worked through all of this. I'm just seeing plaques on a wall or some sort of certificates on a wall. You could be doing that. You could be framing your achievements and putting them on a wall. You could have them displayed in your home. That could be something that you can do to kind of, you know, really look up at it. And that could be like a wall of affirmation. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I got it. There's something here about displaying your achievements. And I have peace, I have integrity, I know who I am. I give thanks to the Most High. I give thanks to the force that pushes me forward of the light. But I can also say no with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Boundaries. With your integrity intact. Collective. I'm going to leave it there. That's what I have for you. If you like how I read, please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so very much always for the love and the support. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Tomorrow is Mothering Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all the amazing mothers out there. And thank you guys. Thank you guys every single time. I appreciate you. So grateful. Stay blessed. I will see you soon. You take care. Bye.